Tell me, critics, do you bleed? You will. Okay. All joking aside, however, I just got back from Batman vs Superman a few minutes ago, and I definitely enjoyed all things considered. That's with me in this costume and everything. I was the only one that was kind of like this in this at the film, but still, there were 140 people in the show when I just attended. And since it's Thursday evening showing, it's officially going to be opening tomorrow. Just thought I gotta be recording this real quick so I can get it out to you and discuss the whole idea of it. Since one thing I'm also going to point out is that there are not going to be any spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie yet, or think about going, do not worry. We'll not be giving away anything else that has already been spoiled and in the advertising. So anyone expecting me to go into too much detail is not gonna need to worry. Since so the usual plot points, however, are covered for an origin story of Batman. That's after his parents are murdered as a child, and he spends the next 20 years training to become a defender of the downtrodden in Gotham. But the methods he uses to do so, however, there are often met with criticism by people like Clark Kent, once again played Henry Cavill, and also draws the eye of Gotham Police, and that Ben Affleck actually was surprised by this movie, given how I personally think he's a good actor, and also, by that proxy, I think he's definitely only as good a script you can give him to work with. I actually, but somehow Goyer and Taylor actually managed to make one that plays as strange as an actor. Since it's definitely not horrible, like say something like Geely is. I can't even imagine and how he feels about that nowadays. And of course, the returning players from Man of Steel are good. Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. Right, and however, I had to say that of the new players, they chose ones that would work quite well in this new narrative structure that they're building, to compete with Marvel. That's Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal as Lex Luthor is definitely one of my favorites of the character they've done so far. And given how he just has this swaggering skullduggery that you'd expect from a more lighthearted film, but make no mistake, he is truly a real devil in this movie. Be that smarmy, conniving, deceitful, and wealthy, everything you expect from Lex. Actually, I'm not gonna say how he loses hair, given how he has his rock star mullet for most of the movie. Even my hair's starting to grow back a bit, but but he is definitely not to be trifled with, given how he steals the kryptonite, right, and does alien autopsy on Kryptonians. That technically not a spoiler because you saw that in the trailer, guys. Since they gave away quite a bit in the movie to a point where actually some people actually edited together all the clips they've been shown, and that's surprisingly a pretty good idea what the movie was like. Again, to be honest, however, it's all a very good production that's definitely better than Batman and Robin Superman put together. And trust me when I say, once I get my movie Netherlands of these going again, I would definitely have some choice words for them. Okay, I'm gonna take this off finally. Yeah, it kind of pinches at my face a bit because of how long I've had these items. That and but there's definitely a reason why I took them off when I was watching the movie. That's just when you see it, you'll understand why if you decide to see it. Because again, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just go watch it and you'll know when you see it. Since it may not be because of Dark Knight, which is still my favorite film, even after almost 3 years since I reviewed it and many viewings since I first saw it. It's on my PS3 right now. I'm probably gonna finish watching it again after I get done with this. Or the movie's marvelous attempting to emulate. Hey, it definitely is more solid footing than Green Lantern was, since I'm supposed to hang my Green Lantern posters in my closet, since because of how okay, sense of irony, and this shows how much it's a testament to the characters, as how all this was done. Because I believe, even with all this critical drubbing that the movie is getting, that the fact that so many people in my little town turned out for this movie is a testament to how many still like the characters, I submit. They've actually been trying to get this movie made for more than 20 years. I mean, it was originally began life as a failed pitch for a Superman movie get off around the 90s. Thanks to Christopher Reeve's accident. Except I made it so I can no longer act and I can play the character again. And bless his soul. And even though the movie admittedly owes quite a bit of debts to those films, as without them, a bit budget comic book movie probably would not exist, or at least not be a fraction what it is today. It definitely actually is not as bad as critics would have you believe. I mean, I still think that Batman and Robin is definitely a worse movie, because this one is at least well made, given how $200 million was spent on this movie, and it definitely shows, given how impressive the special effects are and how the cinematography and action scenes have improved Man of Steel, especially with the opening, which puts a new spin on and perspective on the often controversial ending, which, as for Snyder trying to defend it, actually doesn't think it needs that much. I mean, he was fighting Phantom Zoners, and as per usual, had to fight fire with fire, enough said. I mean, as for the Episode 7 analogy, I'm definitely planning on getting the Blu-ray and DVD of that soon, once it comes out. And I can definitely say, that regardless of what the critics think, people are going to turn out for this movie since. And I still think that even with most of the years when past Man of Steel came out, there's still quite a bit of discussion. I mean, since the opportunities to analyze what's going on and with the industry and with the characters and tropes in this movie are endless, as well as whole extended universe. Yeah, spring's coming, things will warm me up a bit, so it cooled down considerably in time I came back, since it's nighttime now, but still, all the same, I definitely know now what to expect from the rest of the extended universe, and I'm actually quite excited, to be honest. With Suicide Squad coming out in August, Wonder Woman and Justice League Part 1 coming out next year, as well as other stuff being teased in the movie, again, no spoilers. It's definitely going to be one franchise to keep an eye on, even amid all this criticism. So, I mean, Snyder just had my poster on this DVD that he directed Watchmen, which deconstructed many tropes and character types of the usual superheroes, and now he delivered, as Lex put it, greatest gladiator match in history of the world, Black and Blue, God versus Man, Day versus Night, Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham. Yes. And regardless of what happens in the next few movies we're going to be getting, it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. And much like with Star Wars, it's got that, even no matter what you take away from that, it was definitely something to look forward to. All the same, and it's just one adaptation among many. In the grand scheme of things, actually not that bad. With all that's going on in the world right now, sometimes we just want to pay, say, $10 to see two superheroes kick the crap out of each other, get away from reality for a couple of hours and a half, man. So, I'm going to say that this movie is a strong 3.5 stars out of 4, or that's in many ways is improving on Man of Steel, even if it's not as good as Dark Knight trilogy are the Marvel movies I hope to emulate. And that's the whole thing. I was interested in both this and Civil War. Or that I definitely think this whole situation is going to be mutually beneficial both movies. Is that so? Just gonna be doing a separate video for the trailers and the trailers like I did with Star Wars. So I will see you all later as I get ready for my 850th episode. Bang.